aka Best Bail Bonds. Big game coverage live from Las Vegas. Powered by Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds, Synergenics, and 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Hey, huddle up, everybody. We got something to talk about. It is the Morning Huddle. I am Rob Thompson with the managing editor of Blogging the Boys, R.J. Ochoa. We promised him all day long. Our Dallas Cowboy running back, Tony Pollard, sitting in with us. Good afternoon to you, Tony.
How you doing?
I'm really good, man.
I'm doing good myself.
I know we've asked you like a million times, but barbecue thoughts? Any new thoughts on barbecue? You know, because your parents, we've all heard the story a million times. So you have any new thoughts on barbecue while we're at it?
When you say any new thoughts, do you mean do I have a new favorite?
Yeah, like whatever. I mean, because everyone has asked you over the last 5 years about barbecue and what you like and what's the best, whatever. So has your opinion on barbecue changed so we can kind of put it to bed forever?
Nah.
Okay.
Nah, it hasn't.
Okay.
Any family recipes you want to give us?
I had to kill you.
Well, you know, I wouldn't tell anybody where I got it. They would just know the quality of my rib improved.
We were talking right when you sat down that you were on the Pat McAfee show on Wednesday. You said it was an interesting experience, and something you mentioned there was that you had gotten rid of social media. I don't want to say got rid of, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but you had taken a break from it, whatever. And you talked about when you're a Cowboy, you know, you kind of got to, whatever. You are well accustomed with that life now. It's a little bit different, obviously, than when you first started. You've seen different coaches, things like that. What has kind of been your thoughts on the way the season ended and the way fans have acted, et cetera, in the last few weeks?
I mean, it was a tough loss. It was a tough way to go out for us to end our season, especially with us playing as good as we were throughout the course of the season. So it definitely was a disappointing loss for us. Yeah, that's pretty much.
You know, it's hard to process how it ended so quickly. I mean, how do you react for that first couple of days? We heard Micah say, man, I went home. I was almost ashamed to show my face. How long was it before you felt like, man, you know, season's done, time to look forward?
I mean, I knew the season was done after the game, but for me, I hadn't watched football since that game. Like, because I just felt like the way that we went out, you know, we're a much better team than that. So that was tough for us to go out that way. So, yeah, it's just been tough for me to watch. I hadn't even watched it. I'm going to watch the Super Bowl, though. But
Well, that makes sense. And I think that's kind of how a lot of fans deal with it, right? They're like, I don't want to listen to any shows, except for this one, obviously. I don't want to watch any stuff. I don't even want to play Madden because I just don't want to think about it. And I've been a Dallas Cowboys fan my whole life and obviously covered the team a long time. This one did feel different. And some of it was you guys were so good at home. You were the 2 seed and you needed some luck to go your way and all that happened. And so was it different that you've experienced in your time now 3 playoff losing seasons? Was it different than either loss to San Francisco?
Just a little bit. I would say this one was probably a little bit tougher. Just I feel like any playoff loss, like whichever playoff loss it is, the next one is going to be tougher than the last one. So, yeah.
The next one's going to be tougher than the last one. It's so hard to get over these kind of things. So what's next for Tony Pollard, man? What's the next couple of weeks look like? The off season, where you headed? What are you doing?
I'm training. After the Super Bowl, I'm getting back locked in, training, working out, getting my body back right. And then after that, we'll see where everything goes, see how it plays out.
So this is your second time on the precipice of free agency. Obviously, you got the franchise tag last year, but you were coming off the injury. First thing, and I'm sure you've been asked this, but did you ever feel 100%? Now that the season's over and you look back on it, did you ever feel like you fully got back to who Tony Pollard is?
Yeah, I would say probably the Carolina game against the Panthers. That was when I felt like I was back to myself after that.
So then along those lines, you obviously are feeling great now. You look great, and you're getting some sleep. We'll talk about that in a moment. But you're entering free agency, and it's unknown about the tag stuff. I know you've dealt with that. You got people who deal with it, but it seems like you might actually test free agency. That's a really powerful thing in life, to be able to dictate things and control the market, whatever. Have you allowed yourself to think about it? Do you just let your people handle that? Do you do a little bit of both? I mean, is it too soon? Where's your head at?
It's a bit soon right now, especially with the current season still going on. But after the Super Bowl, then when the free agency market gets going, I feel like it'll be a little bit more clear picture for me to see how things are going.
It'll clear up for sure. Mm-hmm. Where's your head at? I mean, if all things were equal, is Dallas the place you want to be?
Yeah, if I could choose, I would love to be in Dallas. But at the end of the day, you know it's a business, so it is what it is, and you have to be ready for what that comes with.
He is Tony Pollard, the current running back with the Dallas Cowboys. The future holds a lot of questions. I found it interesting. Dude, you haven't watched a game since then? You couldn't, not a playoff game, not even a peek, man.
Nope.
Didn't miss it at all.
Nah.
Yeah.
Do you normally watch, though? Like, you guys are.
Do.
So, like, you normally watch, like, Sunday Night Football, Monday Night Football when y'all aren't in those slots?
I normally do, but, like, that loss was so tough, and I feel like it was so disappointing on our part. But it's like I know we had the potential, we had the team, we had it all to be playing this weekend. So
if you had to isolate the why, because everyone keeps coming back. Why? They were so talented. They had all this stuff. If you had to put a why on it, what do you think went wrong?
That's a tough question. I'm not sure.
I get it. I mean, it's that's sports. Sometimes the better team loses. Sometimes the coin lands on heads 100 times in a row. That's just life. That's just fate, et cetera, et cetera. But you have to move on. You have to kind of process, and sometimes things have to change. Like in free agency, everybody graduates high school, right? You got to say goodbye to friends and go on to college or get drafted in the NFL and achieve adulthood. And when you achieve adulthood, you have partnerships. You are here with a great partner. I know Dak is a sleep number person. Sleep number is like the whole Cowboys at this point in time.
I, too, am a sleep number aficionado.
So what's your sleep number?
Yes,
and
sir.
What do you have going on with it?
Yeah, I've been partnered with Sleep Number for a while now. It was a no-brainer for me once you just think about the direct effect that getting a good night's sleep has on your performance the next day. And, me coming off of the injury that I had, practicing, being up on my feet all day, going to meetings, so when I get home, my ankle's probably swollen, my foot swollen, but having a bed where I can elevate my feet or elevate my head or whatever I need to do to get better, and then wake up and I'm feeling better. Ankle's not swollen anymore. So just all the pros that come with it, it was a no-brainer.
For the video audience, you have a pillow.
Yes, we did. We were hoping that.
Is this? Can you explain what's going on here?
Yeah, I got a Sleep Number pillow for. I guess.
Well,
I'll let y'all rock, paper, scissors for
really
it.
Understand. We don't want to.
We get to keep this? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, indeed.
Oh my gosh! I don't think we're rock paper scissoring. Tony, we've spoken before. You and I go way back. So,
you are a Sleep Number guy already,
I'm a
though.
current and
so I need to get in on the action. That's what I'm saying. Just you get to pick, Tony. Right now, we can't decide.
I'm going.
We'll give it to the young man.
Hey,
one quick question. I'm going to Memphis. I say I got to find either hot chicken or ribs. Where do you send me? Where do I eat? Other than the family business.
Okay. I would definitely
say
Pollard, but if you're not gonna go to Pollard, you got to go to A&R.
A&R?
Yep.
And what do I get?
Ribs.
Get the ribs? Are they dry or are they wet?
It's however you like them.
How do you like
I prefer mine dry.
Me too.
I like the dry
Doesn't
ribs.
hide the meat.
If you do move on from Dallas this year, who are some of the young players that you've gotten to see? Doesn't have to be rookies necessarily. Doesn't have to be Deuce Vaughn. Man, I know those guys. I'm going to see them. They're going to keep dominating around the NFL. They're starting something special, and we're just going our separate ways right now.
If that was the case, I would say Malik Davis, Hunter Lupke, and Rico Dowdle.
All
Great
backfield
list.
dudes. Look at you, company man. I remember in a similar way talking to Jordan Lewis and Chidobe Awuzie, because they came. I know they came in together, and they both had the highest level of belief in each other, and they were both right. Like they're both awesome. And I saw you were asked about Jordan's comment about Isaiah Pacheco, about how he runs like he bites people. What do you run like?
I've been told that I run like a toddler running away from somebody. I've been told that I run like I'm on my tippy toes. I've been told a lot of different things.
Runs like a toddler.
You can say I've been told I run like I stole something.
That's how you get paid right there. You run
Man.
like you stole something, that's where you get it.
Yeah.
Tony Pollard, Dallas Cowboys, stopping by on Radio Row. Thanks for the pillow. Thanks for the thoughts, man. We appreciate
Yes,
you.
sir.
Tony, last thing, I've told you this before. Thank God you didn't wear number 36. You're too cool, dude. That would have been ugly.
Yeah, that was too big of a number on me. It was weighing me down.
If whatever circumstances happen and you were in a different number next year, and would it be 20 or would you want something else?
Either I would go with 20 or my old college number if it was open.
What's your sleep number? The actual number
What's
while
your
we're
sleep
here.
number?
My sleep number is 75.
Ooh,
Don't wear 75, please. That would be
Nah, no deal.
Tony, thanks so much for joining us. Health, wealth, and happiness to you, man. Whatever happens in free agency, we'll be rooting for you always.
Yes, sir.
Bail Bonds, big game coverage live from Las Vegas. Powered by Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds, Synergenics, and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.